What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? You crazy?
No, you can
You don't know who you talking to. I'm not some slave of yours, boy. What you mean I can't ask my lawyer a question? That's the dumbest. Are you crazy? You just told me I can't ask my lawyer a question.
Kanye is losing it after Ray J exposed a $1.3 million OnlyFans scam involving Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. Fans were paying for exclusive content that never appeared, while money quietly flowed into secret accounts. Even Khloe joked about starting an OnlyFans just to sell pictures of her feet, a small glimpse of how the Kardashians turn everything into cash. Now, with Kanye exploding online and Ray J claiming to work with federal authorities, the empire's secret money-making methods are finally under the spotlight. So here is how all the drama began. During a live stream with Christian Rock, he claimed he's working directly with federal authorities to bring down Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. His exact words were, "The federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy. Anybody that is cool with Kim, they need to tell her now. The feds are coming. There's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy."
This federal RICO though, on KK and Kris. Ooh. The federal RICO I'm about to drop on Kris and Kim is about to be crazy. I'm talking about, I'm on the news every day like, yeah.
That one statement shook fans because RICO charges aren't small. We're talking about the same legal weapon used against mob bosses and major criminal networks. And Ray J says Kris and Kim could be next in line. This isn't the first time Ray J has thrown shots at the Kardashians, but this time feels different. He's not just calling them out, he's tying their empire to possible federal crimes. And the timing couldn't be worse because Kanye West is out here adding fuel to the fire in his usual unpredictable way. He went on social media and posted about wanting to film a part 2 of the infamous tape with Kim and Ray J. He even tweeted, "Kris Jenner just sent me Kim and Ray J the contract to shoot part 2. I'm like, not without Caitlyn." Fans couldn't believe it. Some thought Ye was trolling, others thought he'd lost it. But either way, he dragged the Kardashians back into the scandal that launched their fame nearly 2 decades ago. Meanwhile, Ray J has made it clear he's still haunted by that chapter of his life. In an interview with Cam Newton, he admitted, "That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's the most disgusting, the most illegal, and the most distasteful when you have a daughter."
That was probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me. If you look from then till now, it's the worst thing that's ever been put on my name.
And this is where things take a darker turn, because Ray J has been saying it for years, but now he's putting it bluntly. He didn't control the infamous tape with Kim Kardashian. In his own words, "I was being led, not leading. I was being filmed, not filming."
I was being led, not leading. I was being filmed, not filming. I was being stripped of more than my clothes.
That changes the whole narrative. For the longest time, the Kardashians painted the scandal as something Ray J leaked or pushed. But according to him, it was Kris Jenner and Kim who planned, negotiated, and profited off every detail. And here's the part that really stings. Ray J claims that tape wasn't just a one-time payday. He says it became the business model that funded everything the Kardashians built afterward, all the way up to the alleged OnlyFans scam. Fans have always speculated that the Kardashians turned scandal into a playbook. Think about it. From the tape to reality TV and later to Instagram promotions, they've made a fortune off controversy. Ray J now argues that if that tape never happened, more people would be going to college, and there might not even be an OnlyFans.
I don't know, probably more people will be going to college and, you know what I'm saying, getting an education to be successful. There might not be any OnlyFans and other things like that, other opportunities like that.
That's a bold statement, but it highlights how much he resents being used as a stepping stone for an empire that cut him out completely, and the resentment runs deep. At one point, he told partygoers some very intimate details about Kim, painting her as someone obsessed with appearances, even in the most private moments. He claimed she would stop during to fix her makeup, keep crystal champagne on ice at exactly 22 degrees, and even take phone calls from Kris Jenner in the middle of everything. He also alleged Kim had a massive Louis Vuitton trunk filled with toys and spent over $75,000 a year just on designer lingerie. Now, Kim has denied a lot of this, even calling Ray J a pathological liar. But his bitterness isn't just about the private stuff. It's about how he feels tricked and humiliated, while Kris and Kim turned his lowest point into a billion-dollar brand. And now, he's tying that anger to the alleged bigger scam. And this is where Kanye West comes back into the picture. Because while Ray J is exposing these alleged scams, Ye is exploding publicly, dredging up old tweets about Kim, Kris, and even Caitlyn Jenner. At one point, Ye even said, "Told Ray J we need to hit Kim from both sides for that Superstar Part 2. It wasn't just offensive, it reminded fans how damaging that original tape was, and how much of the Kardashian legacy is still tied to it. Kanye West has never really let tape go. Even years into his marriage with Kim, he kept bringing it back up, sometimes in music, sometimes in interviews, and sometimes in late-night Twitter rants. One of the biggest moments came when Ye claimed he had gotten hold of a laptop with unreleased footage of Kim and Ray J. He said, "I gave it to her and she cried when she saw it. It represents how much she's been used. It represents how much people didn't love her and they just saw her as a commodity." That statement hit hard because it suggested Ye wasn't just angry at Kim, he was angry at the whole machine around her. But Kim's team quickly shut it down, insisting there was nothing new or scandalous on the laptop. Her rep told E! News. After review, there was nothing unseen, only footage on the plane on the way to Mexico and footage at a club and restaurant on the same trip. They wanted to close the door on the story, saying Kim remains firm in her belief that there is no new second tape that exists and that she just wants to move forward as a mother, entrepreneur, and advocate for justice reform. But Ye's mix of crude jokes and outlandish claims blurred the line between trolling and genuine anger. And fans noticed something important. While Ye was spiraling, Ray J's bitterness started to sound less like old beef and more like a man preparing for war. Remember, Ray J has flat out said he was not in control. If that's true, and Kris was indeed the one directing everything from day one, then Ye's tweets about Kris sending contracts might not be as random as they seem. It all circles back to the bigger picture. Ray J isn't just talking about the past, he's tying it to the Kardashians' present. He says their empire, from the tape to OnlyFans, is built on manipulation, contracts, and exploitation. And now, with Ye amplifying the conversation in his chaotic way, the whole story is back in the spotlight, louder and messier than ever. Now let's circle back to that RICO he is alleging. For anyone who doesn't know, RICO stands for the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. It's a law designed to go after organized crime groups, mafias, cartels, and massive fraud schemes. If Ray J is serious, he's suggesting Kim and Kris are running their empire like a criminal organization, and fans immediately lit up the internet with reactions. One person posted, "I heard Ray J helping put a RICO on the Kardashians, and all I gotta say is, it's about time. Kris has been pimping her daughters out to black men since I don't know when, and they are still going to this day." That reaction might sound harsh, but it shows the public sentiment. A lot of people believe Kris Jenner has been the mastermind behind every scandal, every headline, every dollar that came from controversy. And Ray J calling her out in such a direct way only fueled those beliefs. But Ray J didn't stop there. He doubled down, comparing the Kardashians' alleged crimes to what's happening with Sean Diddy Combs. In the recent Tubi documentary, United States versus Sean Combs, inside the Diddy trial, Ray J even said, "If you told me that the Kardashians were being charged for racketeering, I might believe it." That's a heavy statement, because it shows Ray J isn't just making noise for clout, he's connecting the Kardashians to the same level of accusations being made against Diddy, a man currently facing multiple federal investigations. And while some fans dismiss Ray J as bitter, others say his anger is exactly why he might finally blow the lid off everything. He's not just embarrassed anymore, he's motivated enough, in his own words, to allegedly work with the feds. At the end of the day, this isn't just family drama. It's a blueprint for how the creator economy rewards chaos. The Kardashians turned scandal into profit, and now with Ray J pointing to a federal case, the fallout could hit far beyond Kim and Kris. Managers could face scrutiny, platforms could be investigated, and maybe the entire OnlyFans operation could be shut down. We're breaking it all down, so drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe and hit that notification bell now to stay on top of every shocking development in this $1 million scandal.